This is episode number 31 of the Leggett podcast with myself, Tom Wickstead.
It's me, Andy Grant.
So we thought we'd...
31, by the way, we are flying.
It's insane that, isn't it? 31 episodes, yeah. It's actually nearly, we were saying before, it's actually nearly a year since you came on my podcast, which is a bit weird.
Yeah.
So full circle. We thought we'd sit down anyway and just do a podcast together because it's been pretty interesting for you over the past sort of 3 weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah. You know what, as well, I was thinking before, like, we nearly had to cancel this today. Do you feel like a bit of a duty? Like,
yeah.
I
feel like that, hence why the other week I put together like a few clips because I thought...
I'm seeing, yeah. I feel bad, like, obviously I've been away for 2 weeks and then it was hard today trying to juggle things. I've just been chasing my tail since I got back. So I texted Tom this morning, was like, mate, I might not be able to make it, but then I feel like, you know, I've got messages over the past 2 weeks, people who've seen me on Masterchef and who've read the book, but then they always now say, oh mate, I saw you on Masterchef or I've read your book and I'm loving the pod. And it's like, I was thinking...
A duty.
Yeah, like...
It is a duty.
I've got to soldier on. But it is hard work sometimes, and it's trying to figure it, like, to fit it in. But then it's nice when people are saying, oh, you know what, I really listen to it, and it's great. So,
yeah, sometimes I have a little thing with them, you know, because it is quite last minute sometimes, some of our podcasts. What did she say the other day? She said, God, you'll drop a hat to do a fucking podcast, but you won't take me to a restaurant.
This morning I was like, can you do 12? And you were like, oh mate, I'm just on a walk. And I said, I don't know whether I can be able to do it. You were like, fuck the walk, I'll be here at 12.
Just ended it early and just went, right, we're off it. I went, oh, I'm knackered here now, I need to go home. Oh, Jesus. So, I feel like the elephant in the room is Masterchef.
Yeah.
Well, it's not an elephant in the room, of course it isn't, but...
You know what, mate? I was so scared about just coming across like a bit of a knob on it. And you know what? I've not had I'd say it's not even a mean tweet or not even bad, but one person, which I thought was quite weird, actually. It was quite bitchy, but the only one negative I had, and that was the only thing I was a bit worried about. I say worried, I wasn't worried, but I mean, like... I was
up at night.
yeah, exactly. It wasn't keeping me up at night, but I just thought, you know, couldn't be bothered with a load of keyboard warriors giving me shit. One guy who, he didn't at me, but I just looked at some of the Masterchef tweets, and he'd said, I was a timekeeper when Andy Grant broke his world
record. I saw that on Twitter,
yeah.
I saw that,
and he said, how is he a celeb? And I thought, like, why is he being a bit bitchy? But that was probably the worst tweet I got.
That was it, yeah.
Yeah, so I was
Which
quite
is surprising
happy.
for such a big show, because it is a big show, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm kind of I'm gutted now I didn't take it a bit more serious, because I didn't realise how big it was. Yeah. Like, I've not really ever watched Masterchef, and it was fucking huge. So I'm a bit gutted I didn't take it more serious. But I mean, by taking it more serious, I mean it just would have involved me learning to cook earlier on in my life. Yeah. It's not as if I could have done anything different. So, like, before then,
so did they tell you, look, these like practice, like, what did they tell you before? Like, practice, like some like special dishes that you're gonna like nail out on the show, or?
Yeah. So here's a bit of a I want to sound really bitter saying this now, right? But so we got told, that we're gonna basically get three tasks. The first one we won't know anything about it, which was the sausage and mash. The second one, we were in a restaurant, and the third one it was you had a meal to prepare. So you had a starter and a main, or either a main and a dessert. So here's where my little pet peeve is, right? So I went and caught up with a good mate of mine who's a chef called Pete, and he said, this lamb fillet, he talked me through the lamb fillet, and he talked me through a dessert, and we had an hour and 10 minutes, the producers told us. So I worked on this hour and 10 minutes, got a dessert ready, got the lamb fillet ready, boom, good to go. Wasn't perfect, but it was getting there. I was practicing it every time. Gets to the show, and they kept on emailing saying, like, we need your email, we need a kind of menu and ingredients, what you're going to be doing, etc.
So they can get it ready there.
So they can get all the ingredients ready, etc. Now, I'll be honest, I was even late getting mine because I was thinking, right, getting it all set out. It needed to be wrote out like it is in a restaurant. Now, I think Joey Essex hadn't bothered sending us in, and he was chasing them. All the runners were chasing him.
He just went, no, I ain't interested.
He's just obviously thought, whatever. So the morning of the show, I'm like that. Got me 2 meals ready to prepare that have time perfectly to an hour and 10 minutes. It was a bit of a rush, but it was like
near as damn
perfect. Yeah, like I was confident with it. Got to the morning of the show. Oh yeah, you don't have to do 2 now. You only have to do 1. I was like, how come? She went, oh, that's just the way it is. So I think what's happened is Joey Essex has been a bit of a, let's just say, had a Joey Essex moment and just not prepared 2 meals. The producers were a bit scared that he wouldn't have 2 meals, so they've just said, just do whatever you've got.
Right.
Hence why he had just 1 bread and butter pudding. So
right.
In a way, although it should have been easier because I had more time, I was a bit of a loose end because I'd practiced this thing that took me an hour and 10 minutes perfectly.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like fannying about a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everyone I spoke to was like, you shouldn't have went so kind of balls deep on your lamb fillet with the mash and the courgettes and stuff, because like I could have just done a dessert. Like I could have just done a pretty basic dessert, or I could have just done like a pasta bake or a...
What did they say about the fillet then? Was it
was
it just the gravy that they weren't...
He said that the fillet, it wasn't cooked the same all the way through. But I mean, it depends how you like your lamb, isn't it? Some people like it pink, some people don't. And the other thing as well, a little spoiler for anyone who watched it, they eat that meal like 40 minutes later, 40, 50, an hour later. So you all finish cooking, then you all go out into the green room for about an hour, and they call you in one by, and then, you go into the green room for about an hour, then they all call you back in, and then one by one, you go forward with your plate.
So it's cold?
Oh yeah, it's like so cold. It's like, so with my gravy, I swear, or my sauce, whatever it was, if I'd give that a tiny mix beforehand, it would have like been all right again.
Yeah.
But it's because obviously you leave it that long, it obviously all gets that layer of just crap on the top, doesn't it? Not saying the sauce would have been any better, but that kind of dramatic
warm,
big
though.
like, oh yeah, so it's all.
And the whole thing about food, like, I don't understand. Yeah, that's a bit thing on them part of that, because you'd think if they were doing it properly,
it must taste disgusting.
Yeah, it'd be warm.
It'd been sitting there. Mine had been sitting there for more than an hour. Yeah. Listen, I'm not bitter about it. It was a good laugh. It was real funny, and the kind of fallback on social media has been really positive.
Yeah.
Even got a speaking gig out of it, believe it or not.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
I do.
Because I think it said motivational speaker on it, on the thing, and people have said, "Oh, we've seen you on Masterchef, and we'd love to get you in." So it was good. But now that it's over, I think just a little bit, probably is bitterness about it, because I mean that Joey Essex seemed like a nice enough lad and stuff, and he he's a nice enough guy to speak to. But he didn't even know how to turn the oven on. Like, he's like, what do we do now? Just wait. And they're kind of having to teach him through it, where everyone else was just left to their own devices. And I do think he's left in it because of who he is.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? And I just don't think, I'm not saying I was the best chef. I think that Neil Ruddock's a really good chef.
He came across really well, him.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I just think that I definitely wasn't famous enough to be on that show to progress any further.
Starting point though, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, it did. Got me throat, sorry. It did make me think I would love to do something like that again. Not for the celebrity or the fame aspect, but it's because it's good fun. Like,
were you nervous like during it? And
I was nervous for the cooking elements of it, because again, I'm not a great cook. But the whole being on telly and talking to celebs, if you like, or not, like, not that bothered me. No, I was genuinely nervous for being in the kitchen, because I'm not a great cook. I can cook in the sense of, I love me Joe Wicks recipe books, me 30-minute meals and stuff. I can cook them. Like, I give myself like an 8 out of 10. If it's there telling me what it should look like at the end, what I should do, how long I should leave it in, fine.
That restaurant look. Were you cooking octopus in
the coal shed? Yeah,
coal shed. That it looks gorgeous. That
really nice. Yeah, and the guy was so. I met this guy in there. Right, he looked a bit older. I think he's only 21, 22, and he went to this restaurant in London and learned how to teach, like, with all the French. There's a term for it, or something like a certain French culinary kind of university.
Oh yeah.
And like, this guy was like 22, 23. Followed him on Instagram. Really nice guy. Like, the best chef ever. Like, he was unreal. He was like,
not the guy that was on the
not the guy. He was the manager. He was really nice as well.
Yeah.
But the guy who was helping me with the octopus, such a nice lad, and just give me such a a respect for when you're in a restaurant. Like, you don't know how tough it is. You know, when you're there and like 7 things come in and you're like, you've got like 5 minutes, whatever it is, to just dish it out as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And I would never moan again in a I mean, if it was really poor, like, you know, you took the piss maybe, but I would never. I'm not that I have moaned before, but I mean, like, yeah, it's just another.
The heat as well, that must be.
It was hot in that kitchen, yeah.
In central London as well, in like all the heat, and then like things coming at you 24/7.
And obviously, the better your restaurant is, the busier it is, then the quicker it is, and the more pressure and everything. So, mate, it was just a really good experience. That OT is really nice. Got on with it really well. Neil Buddock's really cool. Zandra was nice. They were all nice. They're all nice people. Everyone always asks me, "Is that Joey as thick as he is?" And he's not bright. Like, he's not that clever.
He's not there.
No. Neil Buddock made a joke about being Australian to one of the judges, and one of them's from Australia. So obviously he made a joke and said something about, not where, not like in Australia. And that Joey went, "Why has he just said that?" I went, "Because he's from Australia." And he went, "Is he? Yeah, I didn't know that." And but again, he's a nice lad.
I think it showed at the start when you were saying something about tie your apron.
Yeah, he couldn't tie his apron
round there.
So you don't know whether he's doing that for the TV. But listen, if he is, he's got through. I think the winner gets about 25 grand. If you win it.
Who's gone now? Is it on? Obviously it's still on, but
yeah, I stopped watching it now.
I did as well.
Yeah, I am a bit gutted that I didn't take it a bit more serious. But
to be fair, mate, you did though, because you got that chef, your mate or whatever.
Yeah,
and,
me mate,
and then
you've
got, maybe Joe Essex, who didn't even bother to send his thing in. So
yeah, I suppose I think it did come down to just not being comedy value enough. Maybe I took it too serious and wasn't. I've not laughed more and stuff,
Yeah. And then so I think I asked you this before, but because obviously it's at 9 p.m. on BBC One. Which I don't know what the viewing figures are for it. I imagine it's pretty up there. What was it like after it aired and during?
Well, luckily, so I was flying back from New Zealand and I was in LAX waiting for a connecting flight, and it just so happened I had 3 hours when the show was coming on.
But you couldn't watch it?
I couldn't watch it, but I had Wi-Fi in the airport and could just watch my social media, my WhatsApp, and must have had, within 5 minutes of the show, must have had 50 WhatsApps come through. People I'd not spoke to in years and years and years, and it just went up. It was like I went from like WhatsApp to Instagram to Twitter, and then every time I refreshed it, there'd be like another 50 notifications, another 50.
Where's that when we release a new episode of the Leggett podcast?
Well, the good thing about that, you know what's funny about that though, and it's the same when I had that documentary on ITV called Paragon. It was the same. It was fantastic. Like the reviews there and then at instant, and it's great feedback, and that's lovely. But then the next day or the week later, no one gives a fuck.
No, everyone's forgotten about it.
The great thing, what I've found with the book that I've got out, and also this podcast, is it's timeless. Someone can go and listen to this. Could be the first podcast they listen to. Go, I like the sound of Tom and Andy. Go back and listen to number 1. Work the way through it.
Yeah.
Same with the book. I can go and do a motivational talk now. Someone could then go and Google me or whatever, or go and buy my book, and then that journey starts for them. That Masterchef, it's on once. It's a one-time hit. You do it, boom, it's gone. So. As fun as it is, the podcast, I think, and the books, it has like a better longevity without doubt. For getting across, what you want to get across, and give a better reflection of you. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But so it just kept on refreshing. Then I'm in like the little group chats, which just give me like a live commentary of what was going on. I had like people on Twitter, just like someone was going, I like the look of that Andy and stuff like that. Like,
really?
I was thinking, bloody hell, could get a date out of this. That was quite funny.
That was quality. But and then like people following you and just went mental,
just went mental, yeah. And again, I was just thinking, because obviously they film you 24/7 for like however long you're there for. So, I mean, I'd like to think I'm not a knob in real life, but they can put bits together,
put it out of context,
to make you, sort of. Yeah. So I was a little bit worried about that, but no, I mean, no one said anything bad about me and anything, and a lot of people were saying it's quite harsh. Like, can't believe Andy's gone.
Yeah.
So I had quite a bit of that, which was nice. So I felt like I had a little bit of support. And then when I got back, I watched it through myself with Alba and my dad. which was quite fun.
What did you think when you watched it back? What did you did anything crop up or?
It's just fun, yeah. Just laughing me out.
There was a clip there was a bit when Joey Essex said something, and you'd like take a double take or something.
Yeah, my dad said that to me.
It was quality.
My dad went, it didn't look like you thought that Joey Essex was that funny or something. He kept on giving him funny looks. But yeah, that's what I mean. Out of context, he just say things, and you're like, what the fuck you on about? Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, I bet, like you can see it sometimes, like in reality TV shows and the like Housewives of whatever and all that lot. It's the way that like you can just see that of them frowning or something was not at that point.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then it does take things out of context. So,
but no, it was fun watching it back. And Alba was funny. She turned around and said, "Dad, why didn't you just make something easy like tuna pasta? You make that for me all the time." I was like, "Nice one, Alba." And then I said, "I didn't do me gravy very well." She's like, "My mum does gravy really good on my roast dinners. My mum will teach you." I was like, "Okay, thank you."
That's quality. Bloody hell.
So yeah, it was fun. Like I say, a good experience, and yeah, I'm glad I've done it.
Yeah, it was good watching it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought you came across really well.
Oh, nice one.
For the because there's so many people though, isn't it? So it's difficult to
exactly.
To have.
I'm just gutted that again I never went through because I started getting competitive. I was thinking, oh come on, and then I'm watching Joey Essex just standing. It seemed at the time that like he just stood by the oven for 40 minutes.
Did it?
He didn't do anything. Like he was just standing there talking for 40 minutes, and I'm thinking, surely I'm gonna go through more than him. I've got more potential, surely.
Yeah.
And then
no,
got the bullet
straight through. Took your apron off.
First one out.
But yeah, it'd be interesting if anything else comes of that. If
anyone's listening, get me on. Get me in the jungle. I'd love that. That'd be the one. I'd love that. I need to become more famous, really, don't I? First, if I'm going to get booted off, saying that's voted by the public, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
the jungle one.
Yeah.
So I might have better hope in that. But no, yeah, listen, I don't want to be famous, nothing like that. But it was just a fun show, to be honest.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So.
And New Zealand as well.
And
I feel like this is just like a one-way street here with you. But it's good because you've been.
Yeah, it's just been a weird couple of weeks, hasn't it? Masterchef New Zealand, but New Zealand. If anyone who's not been, go. It is Colombia for me was the best place I'd ever visited. Now New Zealand blew that out the park. Just the most amazing place ever.
What? Because it's known as like the extreme sports, isn't it?
Queenstown's known as the adventure-driven capital of the world. But just New Zealand in general, it's swat of a place to get to. Like it took me 10 days or so to like recover from my jet lag. But just the most amazing place.
So you landed in what's the capital?
In Auckland.
Auckland, sorry, yeah, Auckland.
Yeah, my mate lives in Auckland, so stayed with him. And was in Auckland until I got there Wednesday, and then on the Friday we flew down to Queenstown, spent 5 nights in Queenstown, then went back up to Auckland, and then done a few road trips from Auckland. So we've done a wine tour on one of the islands over there. But even something as simple as a wine tour, you're there in the most picturesque, beautiful, scenic, epic views you've ever seen in your life, and it just makes you contemplate. I mean, I'm quite a deep, emotional person anyway, but I'm sitting there drinking my wine, thinking, like, there's more to life than drinking in the boozers back in Liverpool. Like, there's more to life than that. Like, this is what it's about. And I know it's a holiday, and you think, I want to live like that all the time, but there's something just so special about just the nature out there. Like, it's just the most beautiful place I've ever been. Went up a volcano, alive, New Zealand's most active volcano. That was unbelievable. Take like an hour and a half boat ride out to this island, which is a volcano, which, believe it or not, someone owns.
The volcano, yeah?
Yes, the island. It was like the Maori people owned it. Someone bought it off them many, many years ago. Like the great-great-grandfather. Passed it down, and the guy still owns it now.
Jesus.
So when the tours go to the volcano, they have to like give him a percentage.
So if you could advise people in New Zealand, then, so what would because this would be quite a good like clickbaity sort of video that I can chop out for YouTube. Like, what are the top 10 things to do in New Zealand?
number one, I'd say what New Zealand made me do was realise the importance of travelling and doing it when you're young, when you've got no responsibility. You know, if you just finished uni, just get out there, go and work in a bar and just go and live in Queenstown especially. It was unreal. The bungee jump in the canyon, I wasn't actually allowed to do the main bungee jump because of my leg. It's the only thing I've not been able to do.
Really?
Being an amputee, yeah. I was absolutely gutted.
Can I get it up here?
Yeah, so it's the...
Have you seen the ones in New Zealand where they're doing the bungee jump and they must ask permission from someone to do this because it's not...
They get like kicked off?
No, they... some, obviously, like, people strap you in, don't they? And there's like 2 or 3 guys who work at the company or whatever, like the bungee place. And one of them's got like an old rope or like the same rope as the bungee things. They go 3, 2, 1, bungee. And just as they're falling off, they go, the rope! And throw it next to them.
I think they must do that on like a joke or something.
YouTube, yeah.
Because the guy, I mean, so you have one called, I mean, there's loads out there. There's loads of bungees.
What was the one that you did then?
Nevis Falls.
Nevis.
Is the one that's got the highest in New Zealand.
Nevis.
Yes, yeah.
Nevis.
Yeah, that's it. Bungee jump. So, my mate done that. My best mate Kevin, his girlfriend Abby done that. It's just incredible. Just absolutely amazing. You take this bridge over this canyon, 134 meters, I think it is, and you've free fallen for 8.5 seconds. It's just absolutely amazing. So I wasn't allowed to do it because of my leg, unfortunately. But they were like, there's a swing that you can do. So I done basically the same thing, but just couldn't jump. So you're sitting back in a chair, and then someone presses this button, and then the chair just falls, and then you turn into a swing rather than a fall.
Someone recorded it, didn't they?
I bought you can buy the videos and stuff afterwards. Don't get me wrong, it's expensive out there in Queenstown. It is expensive, but yeah, this is the jump now. My mates Kevin and Abby, they were just so cool as well. They just done it straight away.
They just.
Yeah, they.
Jesus.
Look at that, 8.5 seconds you've fallen for.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, so I wasn't allowed to do that, so I done the swing one instead.
Why? Why?
Because I could have done it.
Oh, because it attaches to your leg, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That Velcro thing goes round. Yeah, fair enough.
They're just being too health and safety conscious, I think. I know for a fact it would have been okay, but they were just like, no chance, you're not doing it. But I know for a fact it would have been okay.
Really?
But who am I to say? Yeah, so I done the swing instead. That was still amazing.
Is that swing. Nevis? So if I just type in
swing.
Nevis swing, Nevis swing New Zealand.
Nevis
Nevis swing accident. Jesus Christ, Bob's up.
What's the accident one? Click that.
Nevis swing accident.
No way, was there an accident on there?
Malfunction. Oh my god.
Nah, that's not the same one. Oh, might be actually. Looked like a long time ago anyway.
No, it's not the right one.
Anyway, yeah, done the swing. That was epic. We done a thing. We took a journey on, which was one of the most dangerous roads in the world. I think like the 10th most dangerous road in the world. Down this old track, and it was like something off Top Gear where they're going around this little track, and there's like a 100-meter drop. Done this. That was absolutely unbelievable. Got down into this canyon, and then went on a speedboat. It's called the Shogun River, and it was once the most lucrative river in the world. You know, when they started gold mining.
Oh really? Yeah. It's like sieving for mine and all that lot. Yeah.
I think they got 28 million out of it.
Jesus. So and then that's like a river. So you just go down there and like a.
It's like in a speedboat. This guy absolutely ripping it down the river.
Nails it down.
Unbelievable. All the videos on my Instagram, they are worth having taken a look at. They're unbelievable. Done that. We went up another mountain in Auckland, Queenstown, done what's called a luge, where you kind of like these little cars going down fast as you can. And then I done another bungee, the one that was strapped around my waist. So I just ran and done like a Superman off this cliff.
Is there a video of that?
Yeah.
On your Instagram? I don't think I've seen that.
On my Instagram, yeah, there is, yeah. What else did we do? We done 2 days of skiing. Skiing was epic out there.
Yeah, I saw that. It looked quality.
That was cool.
It's mad, isn't it? You can do all those. Did it remind you a bit of... so I remember friends saying it reminds them a bit of Scotland. You know, the scenery?
Yeah, Scotland on acid or something, maybe.
Scotland on acid, yeah.
Yeah, I think I actually said that myself. Like Wales, it's a bit like Wales, but times like 1 billion.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just snow-capped mountains, and it's just... Yeah, it literally just was one of my favourite trips ever. It had everything. It literally did. The only bad thing, I just missed Alba so much. That was yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So you literally just run off it. You're like, Jesus.
Yeah, just look at the scenery though in the background. Like, it's just unbelievable.
What's it like in So is it quite relaxed and everything in Queenstown? Like, does it feel like not like a little bit hippie-ish?
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
no one's getting dolled up to the nines, which is what I like. You're just all in your ski gear, just nice and chilled. And oh mate, I could move there. If it wasn't for Alba, I'd be there now. I think.
Would you?
Yeah, 100%. And I'd like to potentially live there in the future.
Really? Would you? Yeah.
100%. It was that good.
What was your mate? No, sorry, what's he called?
Kev, he works on it's called ducting, so like engineering and stuff. So he works on construction sites.
Right. And what does he? Is he glad he moved over there? Loves it.
Yeah, so he moved to Australia for a couple of years. Didn't get his visa. Come back for a couple of years, and I'm just trying New Zealand. And loves that as well.
Loves it. Doesn't miss Liverpool or home.
Misses the match.
That's it, really. Yeah.
You have to get up at like 5 a.m. to watch Liverpool. That's about it.
Yeah, Liverpool are playing Arsenal, weren't they, when you were away?
Yeah.
5:30.
That is literally the only. Obviously Alba, and that was it. That's the only thing I missed. Mate, it's just the best place in the world.
Yeah.
It is that good.
Retire? Would you retire over there, or?
I think when Alba's old enough and fled the nest, maybe go over there.
Live out there, yeah.
Definitely give it a good year or two, yeah. There's just so much to do. I took a photo of this information board, and there was like 18 things to do. So you could go there for say 2 weeks and not do everything. Everything from horse riding to hiking to mountain biking to skiing to luge to bungees to swings to speedboats to jet skis.
Just everything.
Just everything you could imagine doing. If you're kind of adventurous and active and love the outdoors, go over there. Yeah, so that was my 2 weeks. That was my nice 2 weeks.
Very good. Yeah, it looked insane from.
And it was one of those things, the way sometimes Instagram can be so fake and so social media can be so misleading. This was not one of those times. It was actually as good as it kind of looked.
Didn't you see some whales or something?
Yeah. Like again, whale watching, like just incredible. That was on the trip to the volcano. We just saw like a whale in its natural habitat. Just unbelievable.
Just cruising along, yeah.
Really, really special.
Yeah, I would love to go. Yeah. It's just that jet lag though, isn't it?
The jet lag's a killer, yeah. Like even since I've been back, I've just been so lazy and just napping during the afternoon and not being back in the gym yet. I feel all skinny and weak and just.
Yeah, you are looking like a little bit.
I don't. I feel it. I'm getting there. That was the word. Like thinking about it. Yeah. So back in the gym Monday, but you know what I was thinking about social media as well. I was thinking actually when I was out there and I was taking so many photos and I was thinking, I talk about this all the time, hating social media. And someone said to me, which I thought was a great point. I'm not saying I don't care what people think. I think everyone does care to a degree what people think. I don't think I care much, but like everyone, I care a little bit what people think of me. But I genuinely, use social media, not for like the likes and for like this. And I'll use it for work, because I get a lot of work through social media. But someone pointed this out to me and I thought, what a great way to think about Instagram. It's just like an online photo album for like your family or friends.
Yeah.
Without sounding morbid, but like when you're gone, like how often would you look through an old photo album? My dad was sorting out his room the other day, he's decorating his house, and he had loads of photo albums of my mum and stuff, and I'd look through them. Apart from that, I've not looked at a photo of my mum for probably 5 years or something.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Yeah. Or usually just they're filed away on a computer. And you never,
and you don't, and
then you change computer every 3 years, and where they go.
Well, this is obviously my mum died when I was 12, so I've only got like actual photos in photo books. So very rarely look at them. Whereas, touch wood, I pop my clogs tomorrow. Alba's got like a couple of thousand photos of me.
Yeah.
That on her phone, if she's ever sitting there having a coffee somewhere, whatever, when she's older, just as I scroll through and there's me.
Yeah.
So I thought it's nice for people to think about Instagram of like maybe don't post photos that you want people to like, but post them that you think people will look back and think,
photo album,
yeah,
it is good like that actually. Yeah.
So I've started to think of it a bit more like that, and just started to capture all my moments with my friends that I probably won't see now for 18 months. Captured this amazing place, and just trying to live my best life in New Zealand.
Living my best life.
It was so amazing.
Mate, it looked insane. I'd love to go. I really would.
If anyone takes anything from this podcast, it is just go and visit New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah, it's such a. I feel it's such an unkept secret in the sense of, I think once I told people I was going and people had been, they were like, it's the best place ever. But no one ever says, oh, I'm going to go into New Zealand on holiday. It's kind of like you've got to be forced to go a little bit because it is such a long way.
It's a long whole way.
It is a long way.
Fucking hell.
It's like 30 hours to get there and back. Sorry, like to get there and then.
Yeah, 30 hours. Considering that, you'd think, wouldn't you, that of what we can do now with technology, that surely there's a quicker way to do that trip. Do you know what I mean?
If there was, I'd be there every weekend.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, as well, I'm on my way down here talking about like technology and science. Have you listened to Joe Rogan's latest podcast with Neil deGrasse?
No, I haven't, no. I saw it advertised.
We need, I mean, I'm confident this podcast will go for a long time. I'll just be getting better and bigger as we go. I feel I need my mind blown a bit more. I want to get someone in, if anyone knows anyone. I just want to get like an astrophysicist or like someone who is just going to blow my mind.
Yeah.
Did you know, this is just what I picked up on the way here, you can fill a glass of water, right, to the brim, put a couple of ice cubes in that water, still so it's not like overflowing.
Yeah.
And obviously you'll see 10% of the ice cube still.
Yeah.
When that melts, it won't spill, like it won't add to the water. So the glass won't overflow.
Yeah, because the weight and volume in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How mad's that?
Well, a lot of people say that about climate change, don't they? They go, well, the sea levels won't rise because of all the ice that's already in the water.
It's not that ice that's in the water, it's the other ice that's attached to land.
Yeah. But that's what they say, don't they?
Oh, mate, just blew me mind listening to that Neil deGrasse.
I need to listen to it.
It's really good.
Yeah, we'll listen to it. But, yeah, no, that it would be a good idea, that.
And that was the whole idea, wasn't it? I mean, I feel like you say, from when we started this over 6 months ago now, it's been cool the amount of people we've got on. Yeah. I would like to just expand me, because I think as well, you know what, a podcast I think back to quite a lot was Paul Cheatham.
Yeah.
Like,
good episode, that.
Really good.
Really good.
And you know, just little things that people have said, little one-liners. Most probably every podcast I think's got like a little one-liner or a little conversation or a little topic we spoke about. And it does affect me in my life now, type thing. Obviously, Paul, that one was very motivational, very hard working, very disciplined, and how successful he is. So I'll kind of do stuff now and think, oh yeah, Paul mentioned something along those lines. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think the more...
and also on that point, I think sometimes we forget, because average episode is maybe a little under 2 hours, so there's like 60 hours. So we've done 30 episodes, and then this is 31. So like you got 60 hours of just talking about, stuff really, from everything from like motivation through to, I don't know, traveling and all sorts. And so I feel like not that I've forgotten, but like if you could take me back to an episode and said, I don't know, let's say Harry Finlay. What were the key takeaways from that? I don't think I could tell you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. But again, it comes back to that point. It's there. You could go back and
just go back and listen
you'd
to
think,
it. Yeah.
Oh, you know what, that's interesting. That.
Do you know what someone did? I tell you what, if I get it, you must get it fucking 10 times more. But someone messaged me on Twitter, right, saying that they'd listened to the Harry Finlay episode on YouTube, which is actually the most popular episode. Yeah. It's nearly at 10,000 views now. Which
I think that's got something to do with that, with the word, like, you've put quite a good, made millions and spent it all, which is what he says himself.
Yeah.
We need to get him on again, because he was sick, wasn't he? We need to get him on again.
So some guy just put, messaged me just going, "Hi Tom, I hope you're well. Myself and a few other lads on here, we're talking about your podcast with the maestro himself, Harry Finlay." It's a bit mad, this. But we were just curious about the possibility of meeting him and seeing if he'd be willing to come to a boozer and tell us about some of the tales. Any reply would be greatly appreciated. Fucking not messaging Harry.
Come for a pint with these lads that I've never met before.
This guy
fair play to the lad, he's asking.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. You can't blame him for asking.
He texts me all the time, tips
Does he?
Still, yeah. Yeah, most of them come in, to be fair.
I need to get on this. I'm in so many. You get in so many WhatsApp groups, don't you? And I just ignore some of them.
He was cool, yeah.
But some of them,
really liked Harry.
Some of my friends do all the accumulators and stuff. I've never been into betting, so I need to. A friend of mine won 3.5 last 2 weekends ago from a fiver.
3.5 grand.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
So the odds on that are like 640 or something.
Good bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, there's most podcasts, and the funny thing is, even the last one with Chris Cairns, which is one of my most enjoyable ones, even that one, it goes from comedy to quite deep, you know, serious stuff, you know, bullying and like sadness and hate, to then like your ambition, to then to determination to do this, and then to stand up again, to then dealing with hecklers, and it's so varied, but you can take so much out of them.
Yeah.
Like me personally, anyway. So
I was chuckling on the way in from that episode. It was funny.
I got some really good feedback from that, didn't we? Like,
yeah, it was a cracking episode. That just the bit I always think about is when that woman was buying a car off him or something, and he had child's toys in it.
Yeah, I'm just a paedophile, don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna take him up on that, you know, and
you should
try
do,
out
mate,
comedy, you know, definitely.
Get some material together.
Yeah, 100%.
Where'd you start as well with that? With like, just think back. Yeah, you've obviously got the Marines and things like that, but just every day. I like the way with comedians as well. It's like John Bishop does it very well, and Michael McIntyre does it very well. It's just like observation. So like,
yeah, they're the best ones.
Like, you know, like going to the airport and just seeing the stuff that people do, and like, you know, or you're on a train, or you know
what I don't get in airports. It happened when I was flying home. I went and loads of people asked me, they listened to our podcast and asked me if I got upgraded, and I didn't.
Did you not? Did you try?
I tried, yeah, but I didn't.
What did they say? No.
I actually had someone be a complete dick to me though in New Zealand. It was an Irish guy, and I said I had shorts on, and I went down the security, and she went, "Oh, you can go down the the fast track lane." Got down the fast track lane, and the guy said, "Give me boarding pass," and he said, "You've not got a fast track." And I said, "No, it's because of my leg classed as disabled." And he said, "No, but it's not fast track." And I said, "I know, your colleagues just sent me here because of my leg." He said, "I know, but you can't come here because it's not fast track, so you got to go back." So I thought, if you're going to be a dick, then I want to be a dick. So I was like, "So you're going to make a disabled man walk all the way back?" And he just went, "Yeah." It's just like,
no question about it.
Cheers, yeah. So yeah, no upgrade. But I was just sitting there waiting for everyone to get on the plane, and people queue up, don't they? I don't get that.
No,
you know when you're in, you know when you're there waiting to board,
just stay sit.
You've got your seat. You've got your number on. No one's sitting in it. Just sit until you have to get up.
Yeah, the plane ain't going anywhere.
I just sat there drinking my beer, and people. But I was like, sit. There was nowhere to sit, so I was just sprawled out on the floor, right by where people were going in, just drinking my beer. And there's people just standing up. I was thinking, like, just come and sit down next to me, have a beer.
I never get that. Yeah, they stopped that, didn't they, at one time? Because it used to like EasyJet and Ryanair used to. It was like first on, first. You get to choose.
I could understand if it's then if you've not got your seat number.
But I think it was utter chaos.
Yeah,
like with just
as
people.
You can imagine, yeah.
People running and like pushing and.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did stop that.
I did miss the football big time. That was the other thing as well. We've got Alba here in this podcast. That was who you heard. Okay. That's what I mean. The podcast, the duty. I was like, Tom, I've got Alba with me. So Alba's been sitting nicely in the corner on the iPad.
She has actually, yeah. In our little office here.
Yeah.
What did a lot of people say that? So you asked on Instagram and Twitter, didn't you?
Yeah, a bit of last minute question things. Yeah. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah. Correct, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just put, as well as I was going to ask the question on social media probably this week, and I thought, ask yourself and the listeners, do people want to hear more kind of crazy blown up in Afghan stories? Because I've got obviously a lot of mates who've got them, but I didn't want the podcast to start off with just Andy and all his mates who got blown up.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've got a lot of diversity.
Yeah, mate, I love stuff like that.
Is it boring? Because I mean...
No, it's not at all, to be fair.
I find it a bit boring because like it's...
That's just another blown up story, yeah.
Just another mate with no fucking legs, you know. But I don't know, I mean, is it worth me tapping into
100%, mate, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Mates?
Ever since a few, obviously, Paul Weiss and Ian, your mate, who you got blown up with, loads of comments. There's been a few comments, like, or people saying, get more of this on. Or
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll work on that then. Another thing as well, which I've said it to you in the past and you've not been keen. And again, I'm a bit...
politics. I don't think it... Yeah.
I said to Tom ages ago, I went, we need to get someone, like, political on, and Tom was like, no, I'm not doing that. But someone said one of the topics were today... like Brexit. Now, I'm not interested in getting into big political debates.
No, me neither.
At all. But I wouldn't mind having someone in, like we've just said then, about educating. Listen, I've never voted in my life.
Have you not? Never?
No. I know people will be going, that's wrong. That you need to vote. You've got the right to and all that. But I've got my reasons why I don't vote. I would love to just get a politician here and almost grill them and just be like, you tell me why, proven track record of all of you just lie and make false promises. Why should I vote? And I don't know whether any politician would be up for just having, let alone me grill them. But like, just be, listen, I've got nothing to like lose from it type thing, and just speak at it from like the ordinary man, and just being like, why should we care so much in a sense? Because
I think
for me personally, like I'm still fighting for compensation now, 10 years on. That's through Labour governments, through Tory governments. So to me, they're all the same. I know in Liverpool, very much Labour, but they're all the fucking same in my eyes. So I wouldn't mind, without getting into like why you should vote Labour or why you should vote Tory or Lib Dem, whatever. I'm not interested in that. I'd want to know why people think that, I don't know, I guess, look, why people, they think they could change what people's views are of politics and politicians. If you got like a young politician in who's an MP locally, and, just say, what makes you think you can change my view? Because at the moment, I think you're all liars, basically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But
Maybe tweet Tom and convince Tom, because Tom needs convinced on this.
No, I just think it's the one place that I do think the podcast is the one place that just when it does start to get a little political, that's when I don't know, just nervous as that sort of thing. Do you know? Because it's just a tricky subject, isn't it?
The Lega fan club could disperse, you mean?
No, I don't mean it like that, because we've always said, like, even if no one listens, but I just think that, and who knows? We should try it and just see what happens. But one thing I will say is that I genuinely, on the politician front, does Albert want to go outside?
Let's play it sad.
Okay. The one thing I do genuinely.
Go on then. This is unprofessional. I'll come out with you now, okay? It's 5 more minutes.
5 minutes.
Go on.
The one thing I do generally think is that I might be completely wrong here, but the majority, I don't think that politicians go into being a politician for their own. I generally do believe that a lot of them are there to try and help, it's not for selfish reasons. But I do see that, like, I can kind of understand why in the US, why like Trump became president, was because that people were just like wanted an alternative. And then they latched onto someone that came across, rightly or wrongly, for one of the stuff he says that is, we'll say it how it is. Yeah. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But so I feel like maybe we're at that sort of turning point where it could be a little bit more radical.
Yeah, I think as well, politics is so beige and politicians are so beige. Same with the Brexit thing. It was just like, this is how politics has always been run and this is what things always are. And then when you give people an option of Trump or Brexit, I think most people were so old school thinking, this is too crazy to be true and stuff. And because for the reasons you've just said then, people just were bored of that and was thinking, let's just mix it up a bit. Let's just... Yeah. And that's how these things have happened. Yeah.
And I put on LinkedIn, we have a TV in our office and it's Sky News, and in the background there was like a presenter or whatever, but in the background there was all these people, whether it was like protesting whether to stay in the EU or leave, blah blah blah. I just thought it was like 2:00 in the afternoon, and I'd been watching it every single day, and this was like a Thursday. I thought, like, why aren't these people at work? Like, what are they doing?
The other thing as well, right, and maybe these people are affected, but I want to know, I've never been in my life affected by something so much where I need to go and protest. Don't get me wrong, if you knew Brexit was massively going to impact you in whatever way, then yeah, maybe. But like, what are all, I don't know. Maybe what are they? So yeah, someone's asked us to talk about Brexit. That's probably as much as I'm going to talk about Brexit. But I will think, we'll talk about the politician thing. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll let you decide that, Tom. The famous question: if you could invite 5 people, dead or alive, for tea, who would they be? You go first.
5 people, dead or alive.
At a dinner party.
Churchill's got to be
Really?
right up. Ah,
He ended up being a bit of a knob, wasn't he?
yeah, but Churchill's up there for me.
Really?
I watched that film and I thought, what?
I've not seen it.
Yeah, it's a cracking film. Cracking film.
I'd have Muhammad Ali.
I was just thinking him then because it's behind you there.
He's my all-time. He's my kind of first.
Sorry, that's Sugar Ray Leonard.
Childhood kind of hero. I'd have Muhammad Ali. I'd love to have someone like Julius Caesar, someone like that from back in the day.
What did the Romans ever do for us as well?
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama?
Obama, yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah. Sorry, I thought I was like,
Obama.
when did that happen? When did he die?
Yeah, Obama, Ali, Julius Caesar.
I'm trying to think of like a conspiracy that I want them to come. You know, like someone.
Yeah.
It's like, what actually happened there?
Yeah. Elvis, maybe?
Yeah, Elvis. Yeah, Elvis would be a good shout.
I think he'd be cool.
Mate, it's hard. It's a tough question, actually. You can't, when you're on the spot like this, thinking.
Yeah. They, up to now, them. There's 4 of mine.
What about Michael Jackson? Whatever happened? What happened at Neverland?
You know what I don't, you know what I hate? How people still love him.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
I can't stand that. Maybe someone like Henry V or something as well. He was a bit of a character, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Just to say, well, lad, what was going on? Mate? Do you know what I mean? Killing all your
Yeah,
birds.
he was a big don, wasn't he?
So, other questions we had. Asking about New Zealand, and someone said how much of a joke Masterchef is. I feel like we've covered that.
Yeah.
A couple of people wanted us to discuss Brexit, like talk about Boris Johnson and just.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel
it's
I am repeating myself here.
It's a big thing, isn't it? Like this.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I feel like I do. Yeah, I just want to stay away from that sort of thing.
Fair enough.
I just think it can be a little bit like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I think when you suddenly start bringing in politics. Anyway, yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
My mate Sean, good mate Sean, he's in Rome at the moment. I told him I went to Rome last year, thought it was amazing. And
Bit dirty though, isn't it? I thought.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Police, military everywhere, and I just thought it was a bit dirty.
Oh no, I loved it.
Did you?
The Colosseum was amazing, yeah. One of the best kind of experiences.
Yeah, it was cool that actually, yeah.
He just said how good Rome is and why I drank a bottle of limoncello last night. I don't know, can't say that. Limoncello, is it? Last night. He's obviously having a good time. Someone said the dating website for single parents with disabled children would be amazing. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's a new one, yeah.
I've never even thought of that.
Yeah, that is a niche, that, isn't it? Yeah.
Someone else, on the dating thing, someone else asked me, someone said, is any romance on the cards of Bootle's hottest new chef? Yeah, dating is difficult, isn't it? With obviously single parents and stuff. The whole disability thing, obviously with children who's disabled, again, it may be even harder.
Yeah. You've just sorry, this isn't come from that, because one thing I did want to did you see that Mia Khalifa?
Yeah.
The porn actress.
She only reckons she got 12 grand.
Who only got 12,000. Was it 12 grand?
$12,000 for
it's
all.
It's a little
all
bit risky typing Mia Khalifa into Google, isn't it? But
yeah, going in net worth.
Now, if you were a girl, right? So you were 21 or whatever, because I think they have to be 21, don't they?
Probably.
Would you, if you got offered 10 grand, right? Would you do a video or not?
No, not a video, because a video then just can be. If that video gets watched 10,000 times, you've done it for £1, haven't you?
Yeah. What about now? Would you... Sorry, not now. I mean, like, say you just, like... Because I think my most desperate time at university, not that I'm by any stretch of the imagination, like, porn-worthy or anything, but...
Porn-worthy.
But if I thought, like, when I had no money at all, and I was like, this I need to go home, this is just ridiculous.
You'd never sell your ass, would you know?
I would, yeah.
Oh, you
I was going to
would,
say,
you would,
if someone said 10 grand,
yeah,
I
I
thought,
think these judging women who are paying for degrees by stripping and stuff for the weekend and stuff and doing what they need to do.
fair enough.
Fair play to them.
Yeah.
Rather than bloody
But
they're going the whole way and having filmed and stuff. That's obviously something that's going to live with you then for the rest of your life, isn't it? And follow you around.
But
I always think about that Kim Kardashian. She's got that video out, hasn't she?
Yeah.
I don't think I could go out with someone who's got a video out so kind of out there, being so intimate with someone.
Yeah, I know.
That's the person that you love, you're going to marry, and yeah, everyone out there saw this video of this person you're going to marry.
Yeah. And revenge porn's massive, isn't it?
I hate that,
Massive.
That's the worst thing in the world. Anyone doing that?
How does it find it? Like, why? Who is the time anyway? Who wants bitterness to just
that's
upload
sad
it?
And bitter, yeah. But the dating thing, like I said, I've been single now since December, and it's difficult, isn't it? I think having I only have half my weekend with Alba, half the time you're free. I think just dating in general is difficult, isn't it? Well,
I've never really.
Tom's lucky he has not had to ever date in his life.
If I was single, I'd be using Tinder, all sorts. Yeah.
Yeah, I downloaded it. Funnily enough, I downloaded it in New Zealand, purely based on I was jet lagged and I was up at 5 a.m. So I downloaded it, and I've been on that for like a week, just talking to people.
Yeah. Look at that, 17 million followers, Mia Khalifa.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And just from is Mia Khalifa under stress after leaving porn industry? To be honest, it's kind of difficult for her to get away from that, isn't it? Like,
that's what I said.
For the rest of her life,
she'll always get paid serious money, because that's a legacy that you're leaving now, isn't it?
Yeah, tell you what. To be fair to Kim Kardashian, she's started. She's done a lot with law, hasn't she? Like helping people get out of.
Mate, don't try and give her any.
No.
She
Hasn't she
I don't hate anyone.
Hasn't she got like 18 people out of prison or something for?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't pay any attention to anything that she does.
My missus watches that show, and I've sat down a few times or whatever and just thought to myself,
it breaks me soul. That hurts me more than getting blown up in Afghanistan. Watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, it hurts my soul.
Oh.
I would rather chop my other leg off and become a double amputee than watch an hour of that show. It kills me, man. Absolutely breaks me.
The Kardashian empire, though, holy moly, they are worth some money, though, aren't they? And is it Kylie Jenner with her makeup and stuff? Isn't she like soon to be the youngest billionaire? The power of like that family is just insane, and that mum must just like There's
loads of like great comedians who've done bits on it, saying like, all men that go into that family just end up being like that Rob, the brother, he's done had a few things gone wrong with him.
Rob Disick or something? Is it Disick?
He was one that was married to them or something, wasn't he?
Yeah.
They got a brother who's gone off the rails a bit. That Bruce turned into a woman. And then Kanye's had a meltdown, all through coming into contact with that family.
Yeah.
Can't be good for you.
No. But yeah, no, so, I know what you mean, yeah. Anyway.
Going on the dating thing and to answer this question as well, I mean, disabled children, I don't really tend to, I wouldn't introduce Albert to anyone for a while, unless I was dating them, it was cool, and it was, could see it going long term. So, don't really know how to answer that.
No, I don't.
A dating website, as she said, would maybe be a good idea, but I don't know why it would have to be specific to that genre, if you like, because you wouldn't go on it and go, I'm looking for a woman who's got disabled children. Not that you'd veer away from that, but you wouldn't actively kind of. It's just a thing, isn't it? It's not wrong with just a.
Yeah.
But yeah, just get on Tinder, get on all of them, and just.
See, when I'm my wife now, believe it or not. I did Tinder and all that wasn't around. This was like 2010, 2009, 10. So none of that was around.
My dad always says, if I was on Tinder now, oh my God. Like, obviously back in his day, it was just non-existent, was it? So, if there's a film of your life, which actor would play you as the main character? I'd go for Tom Hardy, and I'd have Stephen Graham playing me dad.
I'd have DiCaprio.
Oh, Oh, yeah, it's a good one actually. Yeah, Leo.
100%. Yeah, if there's one thing that should have happened the other 2015 or whenever it got released, is him winning an Oscar for The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, and for
didn't
Django as well. He should have won all 10.
How he's not won an Oscar? What did he win it for? He won it for that one. What did he win it for? Jesus! But everyone's saying
he won it for The Reverend.
Reverend, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't. It was good. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't his best film.
No,
I don't think.
No. Wolf of Wall Street's up there. What a cracking film that is.
One of my favourites, and it's such an easy watch as well.
Yeah.
I can watch that. I can just put it on, bang it on, 20 minutes in, half an hour in, and just watch it. Easy view.
I think I watched it first time before going on a night out, and on the night out I thought I was the fucking Wolf of Wall Street.
I love that.
Champagne popping, wigs dead, here I come. Into it like Weatherspoons.
Yeah, your Grey Goose in the corner. I love that, and I love Django. It's a great film as well.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Right, let's because Alba's desperate to go on this slide, mate. Come on.
Yeah, she is, isn't she?
Let's rock and roll here.
Yeah, so apologies if you hear banging in the background. We've had Alba in the studio.
To be fair though, when there's bad language or anything, she has had her earphones in, hasn't she?
Has,
So
yeah, we've not been effing and blinding and talking
Effing and jeffing.
Mila, Khalifa, whatever her name is. But this was just a general waffle kind of one that we do time and time again. Looking forward, we've got a guy to whet your appetite. We've got Billy Moore, who was actually he's got a crazy story. The film's called, have you watched it yet?
No,
Prayer Before Dawn.
I need to, yeah, you've just reminded me.
So get watching that. We've got Billy coming on soon. We've got my mate Mark, who's Wales disabled strongman.
Okay, no.
Coming on. So
you know some people, you don't you? Jesus.
Well, that was the plan, wasn't it? I said, Wickstead, you deal with all the tech stuff, all that kind of things, and grow it and stuff, and I'll just get some cool people.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
We work pretty well.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for listening.
Anyone else? Any other? No. Any other names?
You want me to name drop some? No, we'll leave it at that for now.
Leave
it at that for now. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, mate. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah. Subscribe, review, YouTube. Don't forget the YouTube as well. To be fair, actually, we get a lot of views on YouTube. Some of the older videos, the older videos like take a while to sort of, but then
I still don't know how many people watch or listen or anything to these. So just keep hopefully enjoying them. And
I think that's the best way to be. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't know. So the only time I know people are enjoying them is when people message me and say love the podcast. So thankfully keep sharing it, keep reviewing it, keep telling people about it.
What I will say on stats is that it's good that you're like that, but I'm always surprised how many people listen to this thing. I'll just say that.
It's like, that's good. I don't want to know anything else, so shut up.
Right, thank you, mate.
Cheers.